All y'all motherfucking people who have a false sense of entitlement. Any of life's progress that I have made, I got it out the fucking dirt. Bitch. I got out the fucking dirt. It wasn't none of y'all motherfuckers that helped me with any fucking thing. From raising my motherfucking children to any monetary, physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual advancement that I managed to elevate to. Y'all didn't help me with a motherfucking thing. I had to really sit down and be real about that shit. Nigga, you have absolutely nothing to fucking offer me at this point. But trauma and baggage. You can keep that shit. I'm not fucking interested. You should have caught me when I fucking cared. In the beginning of your return, I absolutely cared about your well-being all across the fucking board, which is why I spent so much of my resources trying to assist you the best way I can with just the basic living. It was some shit I just couldn't be responsible for. Your thought process, your fucking heart on where it really stood, I wasn't responsible for that. That was your fucking responsibility. And to be honest, I wasn't even fucking responsible in no type of way for you, but I took it upon myself because not only am I an empath, not only am I a healer, but I am also a thorough ass motherfucking woman, and that's just 100. I'm that motherfucking thorough. I can take accountability for that. I don't give a fuck what my shortcomings were and are, and that I'm continuing to evolve. But I'm motherfucking thorough. You wanted me to accept you for who you are. It was too much work for you to change. You was fucking fearful and of change because you didn't know how. But you didn't know how because you was living a fucking lie them motherfucking 14 years that you did. You never once took accountability for you. You always look for other people outside of you to blame. All right, cool. I learned this now. I wasn't even supposed to take fucking responsibility for no grown ass motherfucking man. But I did because I'm a thorough bitch. I'm gonna hold my man down until he can find his footing. You supposed to catch me while the fuck I can. Instead, you took advantage of me caring. I can't even say that. You used the fact that I cared against me, which means you manipulated the whole fucking situation. And a part of you manipulating the situation was you decided, you made a conscious decision to fucking mistreat me. As if I didn't have no fucking boundaries. As if I was supposed to be accepting of that. See, that's where the fucking lines got crossed. You felt like I was supposed to accept you for who you were when you didn't even know who the fuck you were. Because if you knew who you were, then you would have understood and you would have appreciated the blessing that was bestowed upon you, not just through that fucking bid you did, but when you came and returned to society and to your family. You didn't. Everyone that assisted you in some type of way, most people, most. I can't even, me, fuck that, me and my family. You took those bonds You boil them up and put them shits in a motherfucking garbage. Even our boys. Because, see, when you got on that motherfucking plane, when you decided to get on that plane and leave, you didn't just leave me. You left them too. This was by choice. And you went to where you thought the fucking grass was greener. And you had the support of your family in doing that shit. Because you had also manipulated them and told them lies about me. Thus, lying to them and telling them for whatever reason you needed to escape because I was trying to run your life, or because I don't know what it is that you fucking told them. Whatever you told them. That promoted that bullshit. You should have caught me while I fucking cared. When I was at the point in a relationship where I saw your shortcomings and I said, it's okay. I can still work with him because I love him. You used, you abused, you disrespected, you manipulated, you competed through envy and jealousy. You went and chose every motherfucking body else over me. When I never, ever, ever gave you a reason to. You did it because it just wasn't in you no more to fuck with me like that. And so I want to go to refer to a previous live that I did. In that live, when I said I wasn't enough, it's true. I wasn't enough for that person. But see, you are never enough for someone that is not prepared to be with you. I want you to understand that shit about breakups. When you start coming into the reality of shit, when you start coming into balancing your energies out, the good and the bad, the negative and the positive. When you come to balancing that shit out, and these reality checks, a moment of clarities, divine intervention, when all of this shit start coming into motherfucking play, you'll start seeing the shit for what it really is. And I'm always enough for me. I am. Because I keep evolving. And I'm so grateful for that. But you're not ever going to be enough for someone that isn't prepared to be with you, or someone that don't want to be with you. And that motherfucker wasn't even man enough to tell me that. And don't motherfucking try to tell me that it's not that you didn't want to be with me. Because let me tell you what I know about motherfucking men. And you know this too. When a man wants something, he ain't going to fucking mistreat it. And he's going to devise a plan and a scheme to do what the fuck he need to do to obtain it and to keep it. Because it's something that he always wanted. Okay, that's what you need to understand about breaking up, and staying together. You need to understand that. When a motherfucker want to be with you, he's going to do what the fuck he needs to do to keep you. In particularly, if it's going completely left behind his motherfucking actions. I had to wake the fuck up and realize that shit. That what I deemed to be normal because of my past experiences wasn't fucking normal. One-sided relationships ain't fucking normal. Being in a relationship with someone constantly hurting you isn't fucking normal. I don't give a fuck if it is a friendship. Being in a fucking relationship, a situationship where the other person isn't equally pouring back into you, that shit ain't normal. We tend to normalize shit to make it seem like we not bugging, we not crazy. Even if it means normalizing fucking pain, discomfort. You know where I learned that from? I learned that from my motherfucking doctor. God bless that doctor. The doctor said, listen, when your body experiences any type of pain, it is signaling to you that something is wrong. You choosing to ignore that pain is normalizing that pain. So when this pain repeatedly shows up, you now then tell yourself, oh, that's regular, an attempt to continue to ignore it so that you won't face what might potentially be to a bigger problem. See, them divine messages, once your spirit starts really opening up to ascension, you realize that there has been messages all along you've been getting that you've been ignoring. Different messages from different people that you've been ignoring. Or rather not really paying attention to because you've only been applying it to a particular area in your life. But the Creator is not just motherfucking in one particular area in your life. So these messages that you get from different people, you need to analyze that a little bit more and see where else them fucking messages should be applied. But motherfucker, you should have caught me while I can. Because in caring, I was putting you before I was putting myself. And in caring, I was making sure you was good even way before I was making sure that I was motherfucking good. But I no longer fucking care. You didn't fucking care for me at all. Two extreme energies can't occupy the same space. One eventually will take over, even if it's 50-60, 60-40. Because, we all have the light within us, and we all have dark within us. And one takes over a little more than the other. Depends on which one you feed. Obviously, you was feeding the side of my opposition. And if I'm love and light, what the fuck does that make you? Because that's how you was operating with me. Motherfuckers who was not dedicated to you the way that I was getting better fucking treatment than me. I wish the fuck I would go back and revisit a romantic situation with you. I'm way better than that. I'm so off that. I came to terms with who the fuck I am. I had to learn to set boundaries with motherfuckers I never even thought I had to set boundaries with. I know what the fuck I bring to the table. Always motherfucking did. And we ain't talking money, nigga. The woman that I am. I know what I always brought to the motherfucking table. You was the one at war with yourself. You was the one that was in a conflict with yourself. You the one was unsure with yourself. You didn't know what the fuck you brought to the table. And so you always look for outside validation of who you are. Okay. Well, we're just two separate motherfucking people. I don't need outside fucking validation. I don't require it. I don't desire it. I don't need it. Well, I think that concludes today's live. I am so motherfucking good and I am happy and I am at peace. And all of which I have obtained, I deserve. I deserve it. I don't deserve any fucking thing less. That breadcrumbing ass shit that you was motherfucking giving me, you thought that I was going to go for that I was going to be okay with it. That's why I did not accept who you are. You wasn't giving me your fucking best like I was giving you my best. You was giving me fucking crumbs. And thought I was supposed to be okay with them fucking crumbs. I don't know how you came to those conclusions, but you did nonetheless, you know, and it's all free will, baby. I know nobody perfect, but you was doing what the fuck you wanted to do. You knew exactly what the fuck you was doing. And there's absolutely no motherfucking reason on the face of this earth why the fuck you just can't leave me alone. No reason. But you know what? Maybe in leaving me alone, maybe in being forced out of my energy space because you keep trying to infiltrate it. Maybe in doing that, that means that you will have to take accountability, and you just never could. You always look for outside validation and or outside people to blame. You could not take accountability. And so, yeah, that's probably it. You understanding that you have been removed or released. Because I released you. You, in turn, refuse to release me because that means taking accountability for your shit. Nigga, you almost 50 motherfucking years old. When the fuck do you take accountability? When the fuck does it become a coming upon you to make some corrections in your motherfucking life? And stop looking to blame other people for the conditions and the situations that your life is in right now. When the fuck do you and your family stop blaming people outside of you for your circumstances that you in right now? You had it, nigga. You had it. In the palm of your fucking hand. All you have to do is close it and place it in your heart where it should have been. Instead, it was in your hand and you decided to juggle it. Fuck it, right? Okay. Well, these are the consequences behind your actions, your free will. See, we do have free will. We can absolutely make choices and do whatever the fuck we want to do. The balance of that is you are not free from the consequences behind the choices that you make. That's the plot twist. I'm taking accountability for my life. And I'm going to live my best motherfucking life. Because it ain't no way in motherfucking hell that I'm going to allow a breakup to hurt me to the point that I am willing to give up all that I have worked for to this point.